Dive deep into the legends that ignite. Cracking cans cast where the legends roam. Explore the mystery, feel right at home. Buried in voices, share a tale so grand. Join the adventure, take a stand.
What's going on, crackheads, and welcome back to another episode of the Cracking Cans podcast. The podcast where we crack open a cold one and dive into the weird, the haunted, and the straight-up cursed. I'm one half of your hosting duo, BK Corey with the E. And over here to my right is Mike with his little C and his big E. And we're fixing to throw another episode out for you folks today.
But hey, before we get into the episode, take 2 seconds, stop what you're doing, hop on the app, give us a 5-star review. And if you want some stickers, you can email us a picture of your 5-star review. But if you don't want stickers, you don't like free stuff, that's fine. But just give us a 5-star review. That is the best way to help our podcast grow.
So we'll give them like 5 seconds here to do that.
Yeah. All right, we're back.
All right, yeah. Let's continue.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We know you did it.
Yeah.
And
Mike just winked.
I did wink.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you. Yeah, you. One that just looked over at your radio and you're like, oh, I'm driving. I can't do that. Yeah, you. I know you didn't do it. You better watch your freaking back.
You better watch your tires because I'm going to pop one of them right now.
Yeah.
With my voodoo magic.
Voodoo magic, which is perfect for this topic we're in today. We're deep down in Haiti voodoo country.
The fuck in.
Locked in, locked out, locked all around.
Yeah. I was a full-on lumberjack today. Like half.
I don't know. Maybe. Did you cut the tree?
Cut my arm.
Yeah. Lumberjack would never cut their arm.
No, but
I think Paul Bunyan never had any scratches.
I moved the whole tree off the road, though.
It took some poor guy's overtime.
Yeah. The only reason I did it, too, was I was going to turn around, but my wife's like, just turn around. She's like, you can't move that.
Oh, yeah.
You
Challenge
know,
accepted.
All right. I got out, didn't even put the four-ways on. Then she yelled at me that I
Challenge
put the four-ways
accepted.
on.
Tell her to find them.
Yeah.
There's not anything going on in there.
Picked that son of a bitch right up.
Some bitch right up.
Ripped my arm.
Ripped my arm.
Probably hurt my back muscles, too.
6 foot big, 2-inch diameter.
No, dude, it was a whole tree.
A whole tree.
Granted, this was half of the whole tree.
So it was half a tree.
yeah, half a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was dead, if you guys were wondering. So it was a little lighter, but.
And because of that, Corey's now dead.
Yeah. Some motherfucker did voodoo.
That's probably what it was.
Tried to hit me with that tree.
Right up there by the juvie? Is that where it was?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In the back road there.
Oh yeah, I could tell by the guardrail.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Too bad it wasn't a telephone pole.
Too bad.
Could have called you.
Too bad. There's a pole on that road that is in the road.
Did you guys ever have to do one on that road?
No, we did one up where you go around the hard bend.
Oh yeah.
Top there. We've done them up there. But when you first turn on that road and you cross railroad tracks, there's a pole in the road. You'll notice it now that I pointed it out to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for it.
Like there's pavement around that pole, asphalt around that pole. I don't understand how.
So
it's
what
never
are they?
been
What are they gonna do if they need to replace it?
Dig. They dig right through that son of a bitch. We ain't scared. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you guys got a little telephone and lumberjack Corey information in you.
You know what the lumberjack needs now?
He needs a brewski.
He needs a bear ski.
But in all lumberjack folklore, it's about either drinking too much or not drinking enough. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Like all the cryptids of lumberjack folklore somehow go towards drinking.
Like you need to drink to keep this thing away, or if you drink, it makes this thing come.
It's like you have to drink enough to keep it away, but if you drink too much, then this other one that's
a
lot worse is going to come.
Yeah.
That's just what it seems like with lumberjack folklore, which I've been finding that fascinating because they got some weird shit.
I kind of want to look into some more lumberjack folklore now.
Yeah.
Now you're getting me in
the Squonk's a lumberjack folklore.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep. That falls under that category.
He's a sad fella.
Oh, he is. I'd give him a smooch. But today for the podcast, we are going back to I would say one of our old favorites. We haven't done this brewery since October. And it's a brewery that really needs no introduction. We are going to New Trail Brewing in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. If you don't know the information about New Trail, I don't know what to tell you. We've done it and
we just counted. There's like at least probably close to 10.
Yeah, we're pushing it.
Yeah.
We're pushing it. But specifically, I have Whiteout Hazy Double IPA. And Whiteout is a very loud, hazy double IPA brewed with oats and rye malts. Deafeningly hopped with Simcoe, Citra, and Talus hops. Packed in with orange citrus character up front, followed by tropical passion fruit, and finished with a victorious dank resin. And we cranked up the volume with 8.5. So if you don't know, this Whiteout is for Penn State. This is referring to the Penn State Whiteout. They're big games. Whiteout the stadium. It gets loud. It gets crazy. That's kind of the play they did here. But I'm not taking you to Penn State because obviously you heard in the intro we're going to Haiti.
Yeah, because we're winners, folks.
We're winners. But just think of this. There's something disturbing about being whited out of history. Not forgotten, but erased. Like your life was covered up and written over. And that's what makes this case so chilling. For years, he didn't exist anymore. On paper, he was dead. In memory, he was gone. He was buried and put in the ground. His loved ones put him in the ground. A whiteout doesn't remove what's there. Sometimes it just hides it.
Ooh.
So let's cheerski up to this.
That's a
brewski.
pretty clever tie.
Yeah, I know.
How'd you come up with that one? Your wife do it for you?
No, I can't tell you my secret. It was actually my 6-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay.
So, got wild.
I'll be honest, Mike. I can't taste anything.
If you can't tell, Corey is absolutely fucking disgusting.
I'm pretty
snotty.
stuffed up right now,
It's
so
disgusting. I have to listen to him talk.
I'm gonna tell you, it goes down smooth.
It is good. I was pretty excited when I read that it had like the rye and oats because that reminds me of Alien Church. That's kind of their big thing is using a lot more oats than just like the typical pale malts that they use for an IPA.
Yep.
This is really good. I read online some people reviewed it and they said it tasted really boozy. I don't think it tastes very boozy.
Yeah.
Not to me. For being 8.5, I think it's pretty mellow, pretty smooth drinker. I'm happy with it. I'd drink this again. And Corey will drink it again because he didn't get to taste it this time.
You could tell me it's a Busch Light, and I'd be like, yeah.
It's actually a graffiti highway.
It's good.
It's good. So with that.
Let's go there.
Oh, wait. But before we go there, we have some sources. I have 3 main sources. Even I feel like it was one of them where I couldn't just write every source down. I went to so many different websites, read little here, little there, yada, yada.
But the meat and the potatoes were from
The meat
these
and the
3.
potatoes were from these 3. I wanted to include this one guy. He had a really good YouTube video, and I guess I should have included his name. So I will leave his name in the description below because it was a really good video on this topic. My problem with it was like watching a Godzilla movie. He was Spanish, but the topic like that he had over top of it was said in English. So his lips are going different than what he's saying, and I couldn't focus because I was just watching his lips the whole time. And I think it took me like 6 minutes to be like, this guy ain't speaking English. This ain't. And then I scrolled down and the whole description's in Spanish. All the comments are in Spanish. It's like, yeah, this makes a lot more sense. So I couldn't finish the video, but it seemed really good up till then. But it just felt like
I turned it off after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to a different one. It's like I was watching a Kung Fu movie. I just couldn't do it anymore. But the sources I use was, ready for this one? This isn't fandom.com. Corey, this is zombie.fandom.com.
Oh.
I also used anomalyinfo.com and Grokopedia.com.
What was that one?
Grokopedia.
Grokopedia.
I assume that's a Grokepedia.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna argue.
yeah. So we are going to get into the case of Clairvius Narcisse.
Let's go.
So before we get into the I know. I
More
did it.
sources?
No more sources.
Okay.
But I feel like we need to get into the country of Haiti just a little bit because I feel like a lot of the history of Haiti does have to do with this topic, and it's kind of how the voodoo is so big and stuff down there. And it all started with the Haitian Revolution beginning in 1791 in the French colony of Saint-Domingue. I'm going to butcher these. I'm not French.
Just be confident.
I can't be confident.
Just try.
This is where enslaved Africans made up a majority of the population and endured brutal conditions. And the revolt was influenced by the ideas, which I thought this was really funny. The whole revolt was influenced by the ideas of the French Revolution. I just thought that was like they revolted against the French using their own tactics. Like, not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
Especially the concepts of liberty and equality. A major uprising broke out, often linked to the Vodou, not voodoo, Vodou ceremony, which is said to have helped spark the revolution. The conflict quickly grew into a large-scale war involving the French, the Spanish, and the British. Toussaint Louverture emerged as a key leader, organizing the rebellion into a powerful fighting force. And after his capture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines took command and led the final push for independence. Napoleon Bonaparte attempted to regain control and reinstate slavery, but he ultimately failed. And in 1804, Haiti declared itself independent, becoming the first black republic and the first nation to permanently abolish slavery.
What year was this again? Sorry.
This was 1804.
Okay.
And this was actually the first time that basically a country was formed from a slave uprising. You know, they've had revolutions and stuff before where the peasants but this is the first time where it was totally slaves just took over a country.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I also think it's not very bright on the French's part to put so many slaves and not enough guys over there.
Yeah.
Like that was never in their thoughts. Like, I don't know. Right now we are sitting at about 35 slaves to every one of us, but I think we can take them with our muskets. We should be fine.
What do you like? At what point do you think the slaves are like, "Hey guys, you know, why are we digging these holes?" Like,
I assume it's when they learn to count. Like, I assume like somebody came in there and it's like, guys, over in Africa, I knew math.
yeah,
There's a lot of us and not very many of them.
Yeah.
I think we got this.
yeah,
And also on top of that, you think, how many forces are the French going to send over for this little tiny island? Like,
Yeah.
how much is it worth your time? You know?
and that's what I was wondering too, because it's like, you know, France, really, like, they must not have wanted it.
Well, and you're there.
Okay.
It's the Napoleon era, so he's invading like all of Europe at this point.
Yeah,
He had like almost all of Europe under his control at one point. The biggest like country since the Greeks or the Romans, the Roman Empire, the biggest empire since them. So I just don't think he really cared that much
must
for this
not have.
island.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it.
So it worked in their favor.
We'll just get another island.
The revolution shocked the world and inspired future resistance movements, while also leading to Haiti's isolation from other global powers. So this is where the reason that the Haiti that we know today is such a third world country, because none of the other countries were going to do any business. Even like the British, the Americans, all that. It's like, man, you screw with the French. We do a lot of trading with the French. We don't really want to mess with you.
It's like nobody wanted to jeopardize their relationship.
Pretty much. That's the way it seemed.
Yeah.
From this revolution, we now have a country that is basically run off of voodoo and religion, having even more power than the local government. And this sets the stage. Starting on April 30th of 1962, we get to the beginning of an absolutely crazy story involving what we can best be described as, well, a real-life zombie case. And really the first zombie case and the most maybe prolific zombie case that the world's ever seen. And it all starts with a normal man by the name of Clairvius Narcisse.
That's a pretty, like, sweet name.
It is a sweet name.
It is a sweet name.
It's really interesting because it seems like a lot of the names down there are African-inspired French names.
Ooh.
So it's like the names are just
Badass.
badass, but bizarre for my brain because I've never really heard a lot of them.
So, all right, we're digging into some zombie stuff here,
Yeah.
right? I got a question for you.
Okay.
we might have covered this before actually already, but like if there was a zombie apocalypse,
Right.
where do you think the best place to go would be? Like serious note, not like Papa John's or some bullshit.
Like the best place to go
to survive.
So I would want to obviously go to a not very dense area. I would also probably want to move south because I would want to move to an area that's not as densely populated, but also that I could sustain some kind of crops or some kind of food pretty much year round. So I'm thinking, honestly, like a state like Arkansas would be a perfect place to move. You go to southern Arkansas, there's huge farms and stuff down there. I feel like the population is like nothing compared to what we're used to up here.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm thinking
Costco.
No.
Costco would be a bad idea, though, now that I said it.
What about like an island or something if the zombies can't swim?
It's true, yeah. An island would be good.
If you find like a nice solid island that can sustain crops and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like the island has to be a decent size because I feel like you need to be able to get away from the ocean a little bit to have really good crops and stuff like that.
But I never thought about that before, but like I think an island would be solid.
Island probably would be solid.
Yeah.
The only problem is if something would happen where there would be a zombie, like there would be zombies on this island that you didn't realize right away. Now it's like, oh shit, we're stuck on an island with zombies. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, you got to get to an island too. Like it's not just like you can't just drive my truck over to an island.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
But it would just be like a parking island, one of those ones in the middle of Walmart. That's where you're setting up shop when you can drive your truck to.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
So Clairvius woke up not feeling the best, complaining about a horrible stomach ache and just a fever to match. He tried some home remedies. He tried some different roots, some different plants, stuff like that, but he just continued to get worse and worse. And eventually, he started coughing up blood. So he knew at this point he needed to go to the local hospital, which went by the name of Albert Schweitzer Hospital, which is that's not the name I would expect for a hospital down there.
No.
Albert?
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of cool names we name our hospital after.
Albert.
Albert?
Yeah.
They went to Big Al's Hospital, right next to his toy barn. You know I love Big Al's toy barn.
Hey, I'm thinking this guy's got the big T.
The big T?
Mm-hmm.
He might.
That's what I'm thinking.
I won't tell you.
Okay.
You're wrong, but I.
All right. Well,
but it's,
can you just pretend I'm right?
Yeah, you could be right.
All
you could be at this point in the
you.
story. Yeah, you could be right.
Hell yeah.
So he was treated there, and the doctors were totally perplexed. Nothing they had was working for him. They were giving him all the medicine they could. He was literally just getting worse and worse by the day. And on day 3, Clairvius passed away.
I wasn't ready for that yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like there'd be a big lead up.
It's just
it,
like
but
all of a sudden,
it really was not. It was
just
like
dead.
he woke up, didn't feel good, dead. That's pretty much how it went. The death report basically said that it was high blood pressure, and his blood pressure got so high that it caused his heart to fail. So that's what he eventually died from. So the family had their last goodbyes with him, and he was buried in a local cemetery, laid to rest, but not for very long.
R.I.P. Not?
Really, he was never laid to rest at all.
He was
because
just
he
laid.
never really died. So what are your thoughts now?
I'm thinking somehow this guy faked his death. Is like my first initial thoughts.
That's a solid thought.
That's like my first thoughts. I don't know if, you never really talked about this guy in society, so I don't know if he had any type of money or anything like that, or if there was anybody out to get him.
I would say he was an average Haitian wealth, which is not very wealthy.
Right. So I don't know if there was anything he was running from, anybody out to get him, anything like that. And, he could have very well been faking this. Because I think I might have told you before when I worked with juveniles, I had this kid that I ended up taking to the ER. But before we got there, I got a little tip from one of my other staff members who went days prior. And he gave me the little tip that, hey, if this dude starts spitting up blood, tell the nurse to check his lip because he was biting his lip the other day to make himself bleed. So, lo and behold, long story short, we're getting ready to leave. The doctors can't find anything. They're like, hey, he's ready to go back to the facility. And all of a sudden the kid looks over at me. He's like, and he's like spitting up blood and stuff. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, check his lip. So they went over, they checked his lip and stuff. They're like, yeah, he's biting his lip. I'm like, put your coat on.
Yeah.
and we went back.
He's just a tread.
Yeah. So I guess just with that experience, I'm just thinking that this guy is somehow has this elaborate plan faking his death.
It's interesting. I don't hate that idea at all. We'll get into it. After I'll go through this part and then you can tell me what you think.
Yeah, let's hear a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now as he lays there in what's supposed to be his final resting place, he's totally paralyzed and aware of everything going on around him. Now you have to keep in mind that in Haiti at this time, they don't drain the blood or embalm the bodies or anything that they do like that we're used to. Like you can't be buried alive in the world that we live in.
Do they bury them over there though? Like
he's buried. Yeah.
Okay.
So but there's around here your insides are taken out. You're kind of like you're made to be buried.
Yeah, and if you're not dead, you're dead.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
the time we're done with you. Yeah.
So, but over there, you die, you get put in a box, and in the ground you go. So during the night, the grave was dug up, and Clairvius came face to face with the man that put him there. And it was a boko.
A what?
A boko. AKA, because I didn't know what a boko was. So I was looking at you to see if you, I didn't have a clue.
No, I'm not going to pretend.
It's a voodoo sorcerer.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And honestly, freaking voodoo sorcerer is pretty cool.
I'm sure the female ones are pretty hot.
But I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they can do a thing or two with a squirrel tail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do something with my tail. You know what I mean?
I don't know what
the
that
front
means,
tail.
but I'm interested. Oh.
Yeah.
I've never heard a front tail. That's a first for me, to be honest with you. So the sorcerer pulled him out and beat the crap out of him, tying him up and making him drink a quote-unquote potion. The potion put Clairvius into a state of confusion, and the next thing he knew, he woke up in a local sugarcane plantation. When he got there, he looked around, and he could tell that everyone there was in a similar state. The best he could describe it is everybody there looked like a zombie. Literally, the whole entire place. Every slave, I guess they don't have slaves, but everybody working on this plantation looked like a freaking zombie. It was there that he spent the next 2 years working in a zombie-like state himself, drinking the potion for meals when he woke up. He couldn't do anything for himself. He was only able to do what he was told. And when he literally, and he has recollection of it, but at the time, with his brain all messed up, he ate when they told him to eat because he didn't know what else to do. When they told him it was time to go to the bathroom he went. When it was time to change his clothes, bam, he changed his clothes. When it was time to go to sleep, they just put all these people, which was around 150 workers, they just put them all in a giant, almost airplane hangar, and, all right, go to sleep. Nothing in there. No, it's just crazy. So, like I said, there's 150 zombie workers there, and he said there's actually somewhere between 8 to 10 women working on the farm, too. And this went on, like I said, for 2 years.
It's a long time.
Take a guess what happens.
After the 2 years?
Well, this is 2 years in.
They fucking mow them all down and rebuild the job corps.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
All right, he's going to pretend. Hold on a second.
I'm just saying, damn. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Don't get too excited.
All right. Let me guess another. Let me throw out another guess here. After 2 years, the guy escapes, and then everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're alive."
It could be, but I don't think he in this zombie state he's in, he can't even escape. You know what I mean?
It reminds me too. I don't know. You see a lot of these movies where something similar like this, like people will remove something from their brain and make them.
You can say it if you want.
What?
Tell me it was a Goosebumps episode. You can say it was a Goosebumps.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking about. What's that? What's the other one with what's his face? Peel.
Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what this story reminded me of.
Yeah, so kind of what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened though. I'm ready to hear.
Well, guess what? You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Son of a beer break.
We're taking a that's right, beer break.
Oh, we're back from that beer break. Yep, glass is filled, snot is dispensed. We're ready to roll.
Yep. I had to watch Corey blow his nose, so I am purely, utterly disgusted.
In the paper towel.
In a paper towel.
Because it holds more snot. That's my
It's
rule.
like, you were like an old man with a hanky. You just pulled it out of your pocket.
Yeah, I use paper towel.
Did it go back in your pocket?
It did.
That's what I'm saying. You're like
Yeah.
an old man with a hanky.
Well, yeah. You're right.
Goodness.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
So we'll get back to the old plantation. After 2 years, one of the people working alongside of him stopped eating. And I don't know if it was the potion stopped working or what. But because he wasn't eating or drinking, maybe this man started to come to a little bit. And the sorcerer, this voodoo guy, he did not like it. You figure, who knows how many years before Clairvius got there that this man had this small army of zombies listening to his every command. So the fact that all of a sudden one of them is going to not eat, not listen to him, not obey his commands, we got issues here.
Yeah, because others are going to follow.
That's his thought. So
that's
he
the main concern.
He just started beating this guy. Beating the snot out of this guy that wouldn't eat.
I wish somebody beat the snot out of me right now. I got a lot in there, dude.
It's not going to be me. I don't want to get any on my hands. But that's when the unexpected happened. The man getting beat snapped. Turned into what could best be described as an animal. He growled and snarled, and he attacked the sorcerer, eventually killing him, ripping it apart. Some stories even said he beat him with a hoe. Not one of the women on the plantation, an actual hoe.
That was my next question. Just
Well, I mean, they didn't specify. I'm just assuming. So, I take that. I mean, you can take this whole story for whatever you want. Take that for what it is.
okay. I got it. I'm picturing it.
But guess what? Guess what all the other people on the farm did?
Started raising hell.
Well, they just kept on working because it was kind of like that's kind of where they're at. You know, there's potions still set in. They're still under this almost drug-induced state. So, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, my first thought is this guy's calling himself a sorcerer, and he's a slave owner.
But he is a sorcerer. He graduated from Hogwarts.
He's just
He
trying
had
to
a
make
certificate at least.
Oh, so he has a little stick with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he just, I feel like he's trying to make himself sound cool. Calling himself sorcerer.
Well, Boku. They go by Boko.
Is that Dragon Ball Z?
Boko. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
I'm going to go with Boko. That's what they call it down there.
Yeah.
So
Boku.
it's not as cool as a voodoo sorcerer.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in his position, I'd probably call myself a sorcerer too. But
You know what I call myself? Buku.
yeah, you would. Shit. I don't even know what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Fuck, I don't just go. I don't remember what I was going to say
Yeah.
now.
So what would your next move be at this point?
As who?
As Clairvius. Guy spent 2 years in this weird drug-induced state. Let's say, I don't know, do you just keep on working? Eventually, there's nobody there to feed you this potion. So
Well, I feel like if this guy is starting to kind of, get his senses back, I feel like you kind of fake it for a while until you can kind of study and see what's
you
going
don't
on.
want to be the first one to leave.
No.
You know, make sure this ain't a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Like he's getting, you ever see like these movies where prisoners break out of their prison cell or their handcuffs and they still pretend that they're tied together or
Yeah.
whatever? Like I think it's kind of like one of those.
Well, just like the movie Get Out that you said, he stuffs the stuff in his ears and he still pretends he's been watching this video. That's going to make him all goofed up.
Just so that he could study what's going on and develop the best way to escape this.
Well, that's true. And I also think it'll put, if there's anybody else there that you think maybe there's a second in charge or whatever this guy has, if there's anybody there like that, you're going to be able to, their guard's going to be down a little bit around you because you're just normal doing the same thing you've done for the past 2 years.
Yeah. And you're able to study what if he has a second in command or others in charge. It gives you time to study their routines, etc. Because that's what prisoners do. That's what the kids did in the juvenile places I worked. They study the staff working so that they can develop plans to run away, escape, etc. So it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So now just because the master died, this supposed curse wasn't just broken just like that. And there's two different sides to what happened next. One states that when the wife of the sorcerer got home, she saw him dead. And she brought all the zombie workers salt, and this lifted the curse on them. Just made
all
them
the workers.
eat salt. Yeah, she took them, like, she didn't want them to be zombies anymore. Just took them, put salt in their mouth or whatever, and because of this, it lifted this potion curse thing that they were in.
You know what that tells me?
What?
She's making her way around the workers.
That could be.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was also thinking, too, I feel like they had to have been feeding these people something to keep this trance, whatever you want to call it, going.
Yeah, they had a potion every day.
Yeah. Was that like part of their like meal?
Yep. Every morning they would eat like a
okay.
potion with their breakfast. They would have to have.
Okay. So I wonder if somebody started realizing that and stopped.
Well, I don't think it. The guy that killed him.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like he became self-aware of what was going on, and even like the guy we're talking about, Clairvius, there was times where he kind of knew what was going on, but it's like his body couldn't react to it.
Like his body was just going through the motions.
Yes,
like
his
he knew.
brain knew what was happening, but his body was controlled by something else. That's why I do wonder if there's more to this story than just the potion, that there's something to some kind of curse that was put on these people.
And you said he was in the hospital for a while, too, so who says there wasn't some operation done?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So the other story, besides the one with the wife and the salt, basically says that after a little bit of time, the effects of the potion started to wear off, and they all just kind of dispersed from there. Some went back home, some went to work on other plantations, whatever. And with the two different beliefs, it's actually said that the salt one from the wife is the one that Clairvius told local doctors years later. That is what knocked him out of the trance, which I thought was really interesting, because I would have thought that was the more far-fetched one of the two answers that it would have been.
Huh.
Either way, he went on his way. But what I found interesting was he didn't head home. Because I know the first place I would go is I'd want to go home.
Yeah.
It's not like he had any place to go stay. He didn't have any money. He was homeless after he was freed.
This was, 2 years later?
2 years later, yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, too. I feel like after 2 years, you might be scared to go home because you're worried about what home looks like now.
Yeah, and that, but
like kind of in Castaway, when he finally got back home, his wife was with like another guy, married, had kids.
Yeah, but he was married to Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, he cheated on her too, because there's some stuff done to that.
Oh yeah.
ball.
I mean, I don't blame him.
No.
Yeah.
I would have done it a lot sooner.
Hell yeah, that ball would have been popped quick.
You're freaking right.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
So, yeah, he's basically homeless. So, not heading home. He spent the next 16 years living in
16 years.
16 years living in this northern area of Haiti, which seems strange, but there is a theory to this that I'll get into later. Anyways, it's said that he was writing his family while he was up there, but he never heard anything back from them. And eventually, somehow he got word, and this is what I don't understand about the story. I don't know. I can't fill in these blanks. He got word that his brother died, so he finally decided he was going to head home to be with his family and his friends. Now, they weren't responding to his letter, so how did he hear that his brother was, I don't know, was this like a telephone? Like, not like an actual telephone, but the telephone game that kids play where they whisper each other's.
Yeah.
Did that finally get to him? They seem to be pretty floored when he just, waltzed his way back into their lives.
Like, what would you
say? At
say?
this point,
what would you say?
What would I say?
Like, what would be your first your first words?
Damn. It's just like, oh, fuck, Seriously.
I'd probably just want to be like, hey.
Hey, did you get that milk? I don't know I don't know.
Or you come back with the milk. You're like, hey, I got the milk.
Just walk in with a milk and a pack of cigarettes, That's what all deadbeat fathers leave to get, milk and cigarettes. Yeah, I don't know. It should be crazy because it's 16 years since he left the plantation. It was another 2 years, so it's 18 years, pushing 20 years.
I forget, did he have kids too?
He had
remember.
a lot of kids.
Oh yeah, a lot of kids.
That's a whole different story.
episode.
That's
Yeah.
a whole different story. But he told his story of what had happened to him, and his family believed him and just took him back, which I thought was just kind of crazy. What do you think?
I feel like if I was his family,
Are you in like a state of shock?
yeah, at first it's shock seeing that this guy's still alive who you thought has been dead for almost 2 decades. But then for him to say something like that, I mean, that's kind of a big explanation that's hard to believe.
It seems like it.
You know what I mean? So
Now, granted, they're not in a country like we're in, and we know.
yeah,
They're in Haiti, which
yeah.
voodoo is a way of life almost down there to a lot of people.
I mean, so yeah, I guess if that's like part of your culture, part of what you're used to, then I guess it would be easier to believe.
I feel like you got to change your mind a little bit
Yeah.
because I feel like for you and me, it's like there ain't no freaking way I would think there's
Yeah.
any part of this that would be real.
Yeah.
This dude ran away and he just ran out of money or something, and he needs money, and that's why he's back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like my first thought, yeah, if he was like in our area, I think he ran away with some girl,
Exactly.
did his own thing, another new life, yada yada. She died, whatever happened, now he's back.
Yep.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean that makes sense if you put your mind in that culture, like it would be easier to believe, I think.
Yeah. So there's a couple of people when he came back that actually wanted to study his case to kind of really get a feel if there was some kind of zombie-like state or not. And the main guy was Dr. Doyo Lamarquis. And he spent 20 years investigating claims of people returning as zombies. Because believe it or not, this was not the first guy that said that he was, which makes sense because his whole plantation was zombies. So this can't be the only guy that's ever used a plantation of basically zombies to do the work for him.
The one thing too that I've been thinking about this whole episode is like a lobotomy,
I thought of that too.
like an ice
I
pick
did
lobotomy.
think of that too.
So when you said about him being in the hospital and stuff, was this sorcerer dude, was he working with somebody from the hospital that was ice picking lobotomy these people, pretending to bury them in the ground, whatever, and really they're getting sent to this guy to do whatever.
The only reason I would argue against that is because of him coming back perfectly normal after all these years away.
Yeah,
Which
that's true.
I don't know if that would be something that eventually the brain could recover from.
Like
I don't
heal
know.
somehow. Or,
Yeah,
yeah,
I really don't know.
yeah.
I kind of doubt it. It feels like when there's
But I feel like when we talked about like Penhurst, Trans-Allegheny, there was a couple cases where somebody had to get lobotomied like 3-4 different times before it, quote, worked.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like this could have been a guy that they did it and it wasn't, I don't know, in their regards, wasn't a successful lobotomy, and they were doing this potion and stuff, and then he I don't know.
It could be. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can say that I didn't read anything about it.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that's not.
That's just my thought with,
We're talking about zombie workers.
yeah.
So there's nothing that's too crazy. Like this
Yeah.
isn't even that crazy of a thing to suggest.
No.
A lobotomy.
And we're in what, the 60s?
Yes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, lobotomies were like,
Third world country.
and lobotomies were like late 1800s, early 1900s, probably up until,
Well, you figure early 1900s U.S.
yeah, and then if you go
to go. Like,
yeah.
all right, all of a sudden I'm not allowed to practice this in
Yeah.
the U.S. anymore. Well, I can just go down to this island where there's
Yeah.
nothing to say I can't.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
I like that. So this doctor started really looking into him, and his goal was to find evidence of a drug that could mimic death. And really, they wanted to be able to use it to weaponize it, which is, it's all these cases, stuff like this, it's about weaponizing either a drug, I don't know, anything, bats. They want to weaponize. If they're weaponizing bats, like they want to weaponize something. Could you imagine having a drug that makes you look like you're dead on the battlefield? So everybody just marches past you, and then all of a sudden you just rise up behind them.
And you blow up because you're loaded with
Dynamite.
dynamite. Yeah. I was thinking groundhogs too. That'd be a good one to
Groundhogs would be a good one
Yeah.
because they could.
burrow under the ground.
Yeah, they'd make like big ant colonies under everything
Yeah,
and
they'd-
blow.
Boom.
So his goal was to find evidence of a drug that could mimic death, and he was unable to prove that such a drug existed. Most cases lack solid proof that the person was actually seen or acting as a zombie. They all come as like second hand. You know what I mean? No, this was the state I was in, but there was no time where they were in that state that could be studied. That was always the issue with him. Many cases were missing medical records that were needed to determine what the cause of death was. So eventually this doctor contacted colleagues in the U.S. for help. And eventually he got help from a freaking Canadian.
Those Nazis.
Oh, you know how those guys are. We love our friends over at Dark Dosing. Stop right now. Go over. Well, finish watching us. Give us a 5-star review. Do whatever you got to do, and then go over and watch the guys at Dark Dosing because
they're not really Nazis, but
they're not. Well,
they might be.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can confirm or deny that,
Yeah.
but they are Canadian. We know that.
Yeah, so you guys can decide if they're Nazis or not.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Nah, we love those guys. If they're Nazis, they're okay by us.
Yeah, there are Nazis.
Yeah, they are. But anyways, so eventually got the help from a Canadian doctor, Wade Davis. Wade Davis traveled to Haiti and collected samples of powders that were found that were thought to be key in the paralysis and the zombie-like state, which I thought was kind of funny that he went down there and it's just like, yes, this powder. That's it. Perfect.
You just like randomly picked it up off the ground?
There's no information on how he got this powder.
I'm pretty sure Wade Davis was like a relief pitcher for somebody.
Wade Davis.
Because I'm be honest,
dude, sounds familiar.
I forgot. I didn't listen to anything you said because when you said Wade Davis, I just started thinking baseball.
That's a very baseball name.
I feel like it's a pitcher. Like I want to say like Tigers or something.
I feel like you can't name a single Wade in athletics outside of baseball.
I was going to say outside of Davis.
outside of Davis.
Yeah.
But you got Wade Boggs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the only other Wade I can think of that was.
I'm going to have to look then because
Yeah.
somehow, and so I don't even know what you said, but.
Yeah, basically he went down there and he tried to get powder.
Okay.
So he theorized that the sorcerer used a chemical mixture of tetrodotoxin,
Oh, yeah.
which is toxin from a pufferfish. That's what I should have just said.
Hey, do
toxin
you know
from a
dolphins
pufferfish.
use them for recreational use?
Like
Dolphins will.
sex?
No. Like
Oh,
high.
oh.
They'll. Like
Did you say high?
high, like they get
My
high.
brain thought you said hockey,
No,
and I was really interested in how they used the
I know, I
pufferfish
saw you look.
for hockey. Like
No.
this. I don't care about them getting high, but I'm interested in dolphins playing hockey. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, they purposely like set off these pufferfish to like blow up so that they can get like the whatever chemicals that they give off, and then they get high off of them, and it's like a recreational high that they use.
Dude, it's crazy the amount of animals that do recreational high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like there's that one tree in Africa that drops its fruit every time, like at the same time every year, and all the animals gather there because they eat it and get drunk.
Yeah,
And it'll be like you're a lion and I'm a baboon and you eat me, but we're all drunk, so we're just all partying together for one
yeah.
day, you know?
Yeah, Kuna fucking Tana.
It's crazy. I love that shit.
yeah.
So along with the toxin from a pufferfish, it was also mixed with bufotoxin, which is the type that you would get from a poisonous toad.
Ooh, hey, you know a poisonous? Listen, I've been learning about all.
Dude, what are you looking up so many poisonous animals
a
for?
poisonous frog. Is it a frog or a toad?
Toad.
Okay.
It's a toad.
Well, a poisonous frog can take out 1,000 guys with just the poison on its skin.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I just thought you like to know that, Beeps. Go ahead. Sorry.
I do
All right,
like when you
I'll
drop.
stop.
No, I like when you drop a good fun fact.
All
I
right,
just don't know
I'll
what to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, okay, here we
Go
go.
ahead. You keep going.
You know, you can like touch one of those frogs and it doesn't like give you poison. So you don't feel threatened when you just like boop them on top of the head a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. Because there's the one guy. Do you ever watch the guy that just boops like animals?
Mm-mm.
He's always hunting for. He's trying to find a 20-foot python in the Florida Everglades. That's his goal. But he goes down to South America. He just hunts everything. So he'll be like, "Oh, hello, electric eel." Boop, and just boops it on the nose. Dude, it's ridiculous. Oh, this is a highly venomous king cobra. Dude, like he is, and he never wears shoes.
Ooh.
Dude's insane.
Yeah.
I'll send you his video next time I see it,
yeah.
because it is like he is funny, and his videos are really good because he.
Get him on the cast.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We'll,
The Mad Booper, I think he goes by.
yeah, we'll boop him.
Bring in the Mad Hatter. We'll do the Mad Booper.
Let's go there.
So basically, this guy believed with this toad toxin and this pufferfish toxin that you could create some sort of pre-death, or at least pre-death-like state. So the doses were so close to fatal that the body was all but killed. That's that's the best way I could describe it. Like
All
this is
but
like,
killed.
It's all but killed. Right on the edge, keeping him near death but conscious for days. But this is different than what was given to him once he got out of the plantation. Davis believed that was a dose of Datura stramium, also known as the devil's trumpet. That sounds like weed, but that's the devil's lettuce.
I was thinking it's wiener.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And basically all this is it's a flowering weed that is in the nightshade family. The only thing I know about the nightshade family is from Nightmare Before Christmas.
You
Got back in the deadly nightshade. That's all I could think.
I fucking hated that movie growing up, but my boys got into it, and I've liked it.
Dude, same.
Yeah. Ooh,
Same.
shit.
Yeah,
Peanut
dude.
butter.
Yeah.
Fluff.
Jelly. Oh, yeah, fluff.
Fluffy.
I know, like, we talked about it. I know you say you know what fluff is.
I know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
I know what it is.
Oh, no.
No, they fluff it up for the cameras.
Yeah, but most of that's in the mouth.
Ow.
And sometimes
yeah.
fluffers have to take it between scenes.
Well,
I'm just saying.
why
I feel like you don't really know.
I know.
I feel like you know, but you don't really know.
That's why I'm a
I'm
fluffy.
looking out for you.
I'm a fluffy.
He fluffs me. So this drug may have caused submission in a zombie-like state until the sorcerer died and the dosing stopped. Now, this makes sense in a lot of ways, but it also has stirred up a lot of controversy in the scientific community. To make it simple, when you want to make a scientific conclusion of something, as a scientist, it's your job to figure out all the ways that this can be disproved. Because if you're able to disprove all the ways it can be disproved, that makes it perfect, you know? And this guy basically did the opposite. He like twisted everything around to make it like, well, if this happened and this happened, and because my biggest thing is it has to be almost a perfect dose of the pufferfish and toad toxin to get somebody to be out like this, or else you just kill them.
That's a lot of pufferfish too.
Yeah, and is this dude just going out and getting pufferfish every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that
I mean, granted, unless a pufferfish can give off enough to
you could have it as a pet, and you could keep getting maybe
just
from it too.
milking it.
Milking it,
Yeah.
exactly. You're a fluffer, you know about that.
That's what I'm saying. You're just fluffing the pufferfish.
Yeah, but that's the biggest issue is it's such a fine line between what would kill you with that concoction. Do you just go and give it to a whole village, and it's like, oh, these 3 people out of 100 survived, and they're mine.
I mean, we don't know. Did this guy have a whole village before these people? You know what I mean? Maybe.
And we don't know any history. We
Maybe
don't even
this
know
is
anybody
like-
else from the plantation.
Maybe this is like second, third, fourth run of this test to figure out, okay, nope, that's too much. These fuckers died. On to the next. And then he got to where he is now.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah, but still, I think you're fighting with such a I feel like with your size and weight compared to my size and weight, there would have to be some kind of even slight fluctuation in what you would give us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So how did the sorcerer choose Clairvius? It wasn't like he was this big, strong young man. He was in his 40s at the time. So to me, if I'm a sorcerer, I want to go out and get like young 20-year-olds to work my farm, my plantation.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to get some old guys, you know?
No.
So it seems like, at least for now, we aren't going to know what the potion that he was given actually was. We can choose to believe Davis's work, or some sort of true voodoo. Either way, we don't know the reason why Clairvius was targeted in the first place. Like I said, it's a 40-year-old guy, not in the best shape. But remember when I told you that he didn't come home until he realized his brother was dead? Remember that was what brought him home.
Yeah.
Well, apparently him and his brother had a major argument about family land right before he got sick.
Him and his brother did.
Him and his brother. The dispute involved pretty much the entire family. Many believe that it was his brother that was behind the original poisoning, or at least behind selling him to the sorcerer.
That makes sense. I can see that.
And there's more to this claim than just his fight with his brother. He was genuinely disliked in the entire community. He was said to have fathered multiple kids with multiple women, and he wouldn't marry or support any of them. Like he would not, like he just bounced on all of them. He was short-tempered and angry. One report even said that after he returned in the 20 years, they had to lock him up because the community wanted to beat the shit out of him
to keep
when
him
he got
safe
there
from everybody else.
Yeah, they just wanted to beat the crowd. Like as soon as he showed up, it's like, man, this place was so much better without you, more or less. They were just ready to just pow clock that dude.
Damn.
So what are your thoughts on the story with the brother and everything? To me, with the brother, it made a lot of sense.
Why he would come back, too.
Yes.
He knows his brother's dead. He knows he's going to get this land.
Uh-huh.
So he goes back to claim his land.
And in my mind, it makes sense why he was so far away, but he got information on his brother was because he was really keeping close tabs on that. Because as soon as his brother died, that was all his. This was his empire.
He knew how to keep close tabs on his brother.
He was working to get, because he didn't care to contact the rest of his family.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
He didn't care to go see them, but he was somehow able to get information on his brother. As soon as his brother died, he just knew and went right down.
Yeah.
So he had somebody there watching.
Yeah. That's interesting. No, I mean, I don't really have anything else. I can 100% see that right there, that he was close to knowing what was going on with his brother. At least he didn't care about anybody else but his brother.
Definitely seemed like a dude did not care.
But what was this guy like? Do we know what he was doing in the meantime? You just said he was up like north, right?
It doesn't really say. I guess he was just working to get by, which is pretty much what everybody in Haiti does, more or less. You know what I mean? You just do enough to get. Island life is totally different than the life we know, too.
Yeah. Unless you have a tsunami.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna make a closing statement on this whole episode. In the end, the story of Clairvius Narcisse sits right at the crossroads of science and belief. Maybe it was toxin, like those studied by Wade Davis, carefully used to mimic death and bend the will. Maybe it was something deeper, cultural, psychological, or even something that we still don't fully understand. But what makes this story linger isn't just the idea of a zombie. It's the very real fear of losing control of our body, of our identity, of our entire life. While still being aware inside it. And whether you believe in sorcerers, believe in chemistry, or something in between, one thing is certain. This case reminds us that sometimes the line between life and death isn't as clear as we'd like to think. So you have any final thoughts closing out this episode?
One thought I had that I was kind of thinking about throughout this whole thing is, it's related, but don't like actors and stuff have this one drug that like slows down their heart rate to make it look like they're dead?
Well, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Probably.
Like, you know how you can see the chest moving up and down. I'm pretty sure there's just one where it slows it down to make it not so
like prominent.
Yeah. So I don't know. My mind's going everywhere with this whole thing. Like what they were feeding this guy, what they were giving this guy. I don't know. I feel like there's a whole fucking Epstein thing going on here.
It definitely seems
But
like
not
it.
necessarily his Epstein shit. It's like a different. Like, what were they doing in these? What were they working on? Like, what were they doing?
Sugarcane plantation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. They're just doing sugarcane.
Yeah. Damn. I don't know. It's wild, but I mean, kind of making, like what you said, making me go back and just kind of put myself in that culture. I mean, I could believe it.
Yeah. Hoodoo. Well, I think hoodoo. Hoodoo's different than voodoo, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure what the difference is.
But it's like, the other thing, like what you said, is they would have to know what to give each person based off of how much they weigh, their height, all that stuff. Because too much is going to kill them. Not enough, it's not going to work.
If you're just if you're going to go by the way that these toxins is what they were using, which we can't confirm either because the medical reports and the blood work and everything is basically non-existent back then.
But I feel like no matter, even if we're not talking about pufferfish, if we're talking about any type of medicine, they're going to have to look into that type of stuff based off of per person.
That's why I think it would get more into maybe the voodoo.
Yeah.
You're talking about just a whole different kind of curse and everything with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Awesome.
Boom.
I don't think that gets a folklore score, do you?
I don't think so.
If it is, then it's going to be real high. So
It was next.
I mean, pufferfish can kill people.
We'll do a pufferfish.
Threat level for
folklore
pufferfish,
score.
10.
Hey, dolphins, though.
4.
For dolphins,
Yeah.
they make those fuckers blow up just so they can have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just have fun with them, though. Pufferfish will just fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was another exciting, I say exciting.
I was excited.
Good. That's all you really go
Yeah.
for. As long as you're excited, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
It's down now.
Yeah, it's down. You fluffed yourself. You fluffer. You can't help it. When anything's close, he's just fluffing it. So, yeah, if you liked what you heard, make sure to... this is what you can do for us. Go over to YouTube and give us a subscription.
That's it.
That's it.
That's a click.
That's it. Dude, it's so easy.
It's the
so
easiest.
easy.
Easiest.
And you get content. You get us every week doing this podcast. You get short form content 4 to 5 days a week. We're going to start adding other stuff. I got a book review coming out for the Missouri Monster book with Lyle Blackburn.
Yeah. I'm like a third through my book. It's getting boring, but I'm trying to get it back up.
When Corey says it's getting boring, it's about over.
Yeah. I can still do an episode on what I got.
He ain't reading shit.
Book.
Yeah. Make sure to go over to YouTube. Just give us a sub. Make sure to follow us on whatever you're listening to us on and give us a review. We really appreciate it. It is the best way to grow our podcast. You guys don't even understand what a 5-star review, sharing it with your friends and family could do for our podcast. So we would really appreciate that.
Because it makes others look and say, oh, shit, like these guys got, some reviews, some follows and stuff. Like, I'm going to give them guys a listen.
Exactly. And on top of that, they say, oh, shit, look at them guys. They're pretty good-looking fellas.
Yeah.
That one guy looks really cool, and that other guy looks like he'd fluff a guy up.
Yeah, and the guy with the gray and the beard, he's the fluffer.
Dude, you got gray in the sideburns, so don't start.
I trimmed them down today. You still see that?
Oh, there's a lot, bro. If you're trimming them all down, you ain't doing good.
Shit. Yeah, we're both fluffers, I guess.
So with that, I am Crack Daddy Mike. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I am O-U-T.
I'm the BK, Corey. That's the butt crack.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm Stuffy. I'm out.
Stuffy. He's stuffy.
Mike's
He's
dumb.
fluffy.
Dumb,
He's also
Mike.
stupid.
Mike's dumb.
Corey stupid. 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 So stupid. So dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Corey stupid. 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 Corey stupid.
Let's join the quest.